Hi all and welcome. This is the KUVINGS C7000 juicer, whole slow juicer. I have not used one of these juicers before, and this is actually going to be my first go at it. So I've rinsed everything off and I'm about to put this organic produce through and see what we get basically. I'll time it. Now, this machine was released in late 2015. As I make this video, it's April of 2016, so this is a very new model of slow juicer. So let's get started. I'll basically start here, and I'm actually going to cut the apple and take rather than put it in. I think this one just fit in, I just tried it. But I will take the stalk off it, keep the seeds because they have amygdalin in them, and we will start juicing. Now I realise this kind of defeats the whole slow sort of ethic. Now let's see if we can turn it on. I'll just put that into there. First juice, baby. So as I go through, I will, if the carrots are large, I would cut the carrots through, but I think that should be okay. So these are a purple coloured carrot. So I'll mix the produce up. Now with the celery, it's best to cut it down to at least 10 centimetres in length, I'm told. So I'll do that. Give the juicer a bit of time to juice. So don't try and thrust everything in. Cut down these greens. This is fennel. I'm going to put some ginger in there. The pulp is obviously moist, but yes, feels quite dry all up. Just cutting it up, just assisting the machine really. It's with a nice sharp knife. Now, they do advise that with the greens to sort of screw them up. So I'll try doing a bit of that. And just try cutting more of this fennel up. Might just, for whatever reason, that was just sitting there. May need to use the plunger here to assist. We'll see how this goes. Mixing it up, bit of carrot. The beauty of feeding it in like this is that you don't have to sort of continuously push it in, and that's a big benefit. About 8 years ago or 9 years ago, I had another juicer, and I'll show a picture of that right now. And with that other juicer, I had to feed it in all the time. with this juicer, it's worked away by itself beautifully, so I'm very happy with it. This is not a cheap machine. Here in Australia I paid $799 Australian for it, which is around $605 American at the moment. So it's not a cheap juicer, but I wanted a quality juicer, and so far from this first run I'm very, very happy with it. This has certainly been a lot easier than the prior machine that I used to use. So we'll do a bit of a stop there for our juicing time. I'll just put this cap like so that it doesn't drip onto the bench. So it took around 7.5 minutes or so to make this, and that was doing it relatively casually. Now with the measurements on the side here, we're up to about 32 ounces, and it's almost up to a litre there. I think a litre is right here. So basically, and of course it would depend on what you're feeding through. So, and of course this is good quality juice. I've used organic produce. The juice is really powerful to take, delicious actually. I like it, it's very strong. Now it doesn't have any pulp in it that I can detect, so the machine has really taken the pulp out of it. These slow juices are supposed to have a lot of pulp, or a reasonable amount of pulp in the drink, but so far I can't detect that at all. It's very smooth. This is a drink off the market. Now I think this one is made in the UK, and you can buy it in the health food stores here in Sydney, Australia, and elsewhere around the world. Now the consistency of this drink and the drink here, they are both the same pretty much. They're both very, very smooth. My cleanup time for the parts took around 9 minutes. That included putting water into the bowl whilst it was on the machine and running it through the machine to filter it out, and I left that going for at least 30 seconds. So I spent about a minute doing that and then emptying that out. And then the rest of the parts, just cleaning up. Now this one here goes, it slots in here, so you can clean it this way. You put it in like so, and then you swivel it around. But I found that I needed to use the little scrubbing brush that they supplied, or another scrubbing brush, to get into this lower part here where most of the sediment is, and it's difficult to get out. So the other thing that they advised me at the company, at KUVINGS, the salespeople there who use it, they advise that you not only do you clean and rinse it off, but if you dry the parts, that gets rid of the residue build-up as well, because even though you can't see it, it's still there. So that was a tip from the salespeople at KUVINGS here in Sydney, Australia, to actually go to the trouble of drying the parts off as well to prevent residue build-up over time. In summary, I'm very impressed. I can't fault this KUVINGS C7000 juicer. Sure, I've only used it the once. I intend to use it daily. I can already see that it's much easier. It's much quicker than my old Lexsun juicer that I used to use about 8 or 9 years ago, that now basically sits in my cupboard. So yeah, very impressed with this juicer. The juice was delicious. So I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye for now.